He stared at the four strangers in front of him, one of whom was a hidden murderer. Just moments ago, a woman was driving frantically on the highway, but halfway through, she was stopped by the police. The highway was closed due to heavy snow, and the officer suggested that the woman could go to a nearby service area to wait it out. Eager to get back quickly, the woman chose to rest at the service area for a while. However, it was this decision that she would regret for the rest of her life. After entering the room, the woman discovered that there weren't many people there, just a middle-aged couple and two young men. One of the men seemed to have a somewhat abnormal appearance. The woman urgently needed to use the restroom, but upon arriving, she found it was out of order, so she had no choice but to go outside to take care of business. But then she heard a noise nearby. Curious, she wiped the snow off the glass and was shocked to discover a little girl who was completely tied up. The woman tried to open the door to save the girl, but without the key, she couldn't unlock the car door at all. She took a photo of the license plate with her phone and told the girl that she would definitely find a way to rescue her. Just then, she noticed someone at the window staring in the direction of the car. Fortunately, the woman was hiding behind the vehicle and wasn't spotted. She then returned to the room, pretending to be calm. However, the strange look in the unfamiliar man's eyes still sent shivers down her spine. At this point, someone suggested that since they couldn't leave temporarily due to the heavy snow blocking the mountain, they might as well play some card games together to pass the time. The woman thought this was a good opportunity to investigate the killer's background, so she didn't refuse. Thus, the strangers who didn't know each other sat down together. However, they hadn't been playing for long when Curly flew into a rage over the game, angrily throwing the cards. This behavior made the woman feel that something was off about him, so she took the opportunity to run to the restroom and sent the vehicle information to the police. But unfortunately, there was still no signal. Just as the woman was at a loss for what to do, she noticed that this section of the wall had clearly been added later. So she quickly found a tool to pry it open, and sure enough, there was a large hole leading outside. The woman secretly crawled out, planning to go around the back to rescue the girl. She skillfully picked the lock with a wire tool and reached the little girl's side. Through the girl's bracelet, she knew that the child was a patient. But before she could untie the girl, footsteps were heard outside the door. The woman, thinking on her feet, hurriedly hid under a blanket. As expected, the one who returned to the car was none other than Curly. The woman pulled out a weapon to defend herself, but the gun she saw by chance made her tremble with fear. She tried hard to calm her emotions, afraid of making the slightest sound. Luckily, Curly didn't notice anything unusual. As soon as Curly got out of the car again, the woman quickly reassured the little girl, telling her that she would bring people to rescue her. Then she secretly ran back to find someone for help. She crawled back to the restroom through the hole. Coincidentally, she ran into Beard Guy right outside the door. At this time, Curly in front of the car noticed the footprints on the ground and rushed straight into the restroom. At the critical moment, the woman grabbed Beard Guy, and Curly had no choice but to leave awkwardly. Beard Guy learned from the woman that the little girl had been kidnapped and was shocked to hear it. He quickly found a nail gun and told the woman to go to the car to save the person first.